and I would also want to get the name from one or two from you. So to begin with, we have behind us our missionary in charge for the whole community in Jamaica, Maulana Umair Khan. Probably called Brother Umair. Yes. And then with him we have Brother Malcolm. To give just a little bit of information about him, Brother Umair, or Maulana Umair, is from Canada, and he's been here for almost 3 years, right? 3 years. And Brother Malcolm, who is also a missionary, is Jamaican, and he's been here for quite a while. He's also based in Canada, coming and going. And then we have a Brother Romain, who is also a member, and a young devotee who is also helping with some other stuff here. And then myself. So to begin with, I would like to get the name of the teacher, maybe one or two or three or so introduce us, so we know who we are dealing with as we go on. Start from T. And then we have a microphone here for those whose voice are not as loud as mine. You can use a microphone. Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
Correct. Then we say wa alaikum salam.
Okay. Alright. And then I'm Miss Manish, and I'm from Homesick Primary School.
Okay.
And we are here today just to learn about your religion a little bit more, not only just from the book, but anything else that we can learn from a physical standpoint.
Thank you. And then
Thomas.
Gentle. Okay. A parent or a teacher?
A teacher.
Okay. Thank you very much. To begin with, I don't think you are going to take the name from.
With me, I have a Muslim, or with us.
Okay.
Gary, the driver and his assistant.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies and students, for coming. You are here with the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, popularly called Ahmadiyya Muslim Community. Community means Jamaat, so if you hear Jamaat, it means community. And before you ask, in what language is Jamaat? Can anybody guess? Yes. Jamaat is Arabic way of saying community. So because Islam, our main language is Arabic, we, in most cases use some Arabic, phrases and sentences, So like when we say Assalamu alaikum, it means peace be unto you. You see? When somebody gives you something, when you say thank you, you say shukran or jazakallah. Okay. So to begin with, I would say the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, let me use community for your better understanding, is a global, Muslim community. There are many denominations in Islam. From our previous visits, it is one of the common things we came across that a lot of our guests did not have idea that there are several denominations in Islam. Actually, there are 1.8 billion Muslims in the whole world. Almost like a quarter of the whole world population. And out of that, there are a lot of denominations, over 70. We have, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, if you can see here, Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, and I say Jamaat means what? Community. Okay. So, and then there are, you might hear the Sunni, the Shia, the Wahhabis, Ahl Quran, plenty of them. And and then we are called the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. But the most important thing is, whether you go to the Shia or the Sunni, or you come to us, the way of worship is same and similar. The difference might be what we will call the interpretation of some Quranic verses. Like for instance, if I ask, what church do you go? Hello? What church do you go? Which denomination, which church? You don't know? You don't know? And you know? Who is Adventist here? Show my hand. No Adventist? Yes. And who is the Church of God? Church of God? Okay. Yes. So if I ask, what is the main difference between Adventist and Church of God? You are all Christians anyway, right? Yes. Why is it that on Sundays, a person from Church of God does not enter the church, or maybe a Pentecostal or Presbyterian? Because the doctrine, we use the same Bible, right? But then how you, maybe the Church of God would explain the Lord so loved, the God so loved the world and this and this, will be different from how somebody will also interpret it. So these are, basically the differences. So there's nothing much, but then when it comes to the doctrinal, the interpretation, that's where the differences lie. So today, we will take you through how we worship. I think it's one of the things on the list that you want to learn about. Can somebody stop those guys playing because they shouldn't be done? You're going to learn about some religious practices, and because most of you, almost all these children are young, I will do the best I can to bring it very, very, very down and low to your level so you understand very well. And don't ever hesitate. Don't keep your questions in. If you have any questions, there are two options. You raise your hand, I call you, and you ask. Or if you can write, you write it down. Okay, yes. Eh? Habu. I don't know what Habu is. Is it maybe you call it Abu and say Habu? Have you seen it anywhere here? Where do you see it? From Japan? Oh, that's far away from here. So, okay. If there's any question, you can ask instantly, or when I say you wait, you write it down, and when it is time for questions, you read your question, okay? So here, the building you are in, this beautiful building, who knows the name of this building? Can you? The name of the place of worship of Muslims is called, no, we don't say mosque, yes. The mosque. You see it here? M-O-S-Q-U-E. Mosque. So Muslims worship in a mosque. Get it down, get it down, get it down. Muslims don't worship in a church. Okay? We worship in what? In the mosque. Have any of you seen a mosque before? Are you sure? Yes. Has any of you seen a mosque before? Show my hand. Anyone who has seen a mosque before? We are in the mosque. Yes, here is a mosque. So from today, if anyone asks that question again, your answer should be different. I have not just seen a mosque, but I have entered a mosque. Okay? So this is what we call a mosque. And all our mosques are built facing one direction. We call Qibla. Qibla. Let me show you something. Yes, you see this one? This thing you see here is the holy city of Saudi Arabia, where the Muslims go for pilgrimage. So this one you see here, is what we call the Kaaba. The Kaaba, we believe, is that was the first house of worship, the first mosque that was built by the Prophet Abraham. This one, this thing you see here, and all the things you see here are people who are going around it. It is an occasion which is called Hajj, but I'm just showing you this one for now, okay? So all our mosques all over the world have to face here, this house. Did you know that? No. So if we want to build a mosque and we acquire a land, we are not, yes, basically, we are not just going to build anyhow because, say, the road is here. Arguably, look, the road is here. Somebody would say, why didn't we face the mosque by the road? Because on the road, you might see almost all the churches facing the road to give, that view. But the most important thing in building a mosque is that the mosque should face the Kaaba. Because when we are praying, we all pray facing the Kaaba. That is one unique thing about the mosque. Yes, sir. Yeah, it is not directly so because the Kaaba, Saudi Arabia, where the Kaaba is at the center, almost like at the center of the world. So those of us in the West, when facing that side, we are going to face the east. And then the east is where, in our case here, the sun rises from. So it is obvious that we're going to face them. But those in China will not be facing where the sun rises, they are going to face where the sun sets. You see? So it is sometimes misunderstanding that people have about the Islamic concept. We pray facing the sun. Those at the North Pole will pray facing south. Those at the south will pray facing north, where the Kaaba is. And those at the side will pray. So all of us have to, just like those who are here, they are all facing, they are going around it. And when it is time to pray, they are all going to pray. So you see them making like circles. Okay? Yes.
Christian, we were taught before that when the Muslims pray, they pray facing Mecca. What's the difference between facing Mecca and Kaaba?
Okay, Mecca is the town, and the Kaaba is in Mecca. So Mecca is like Old Harbor, and the Kaaba is like the Old Harbor Club. So the Kaaba is in Mecca. Okay, so Mecca is the city and the headquarters, the capital town of Saudi Arabia, and the Kaaba is in Mecca. Okay. So when we are praying, the first thing, by the way, let me ask you, who do Muslims worship? Does anybody have any idea who Muslims worship? Who? What? No, Muslims? Yes. God, yes. Give her a round of applause. Muslims worship God. And who do Christians worship from the boy side? God. So Muslims and Christians, we all worship the same God. By then, there is a different approach. Just like we are here, you don't see any chair here. Do you see any chair here? This, okay, yeah, you see a chair here, but these chairs are not usually here when we are worshiping. There is only exception if a person maybe is sick, have a knee problem, cannot, bend, then we can give maybe 1 or 2 chairs for those individuals to sit. But if here were to be the church, you might see every place chairs, but we don't. Hello? Okay. So, when we are worshiping, as I said, we worship who? And do you know how God is called in Arabic? Do you know how the Muslims call God? Are you sure? No, we don't call him Jesus. Have you heard the word Allah? Allah. Allah? Write it down. Muslims call God Allah. A-L-L-A-H. Allah. A-L-L-A-H. Allah. And remember to use capital A, because Allah is what? Yeah, it's a noun, but is it a common noun? Proper noun. So you have to use capital, just like you use God. Okay? And now, okay, let me just. Do I have to go to use your own computer? Okay,
Girls.
Are you okay writing it? Have you finished? A-L-L-A-H. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So when we are worshiping, I'm going to show you the way we worship. Before we worship, yes. Again. How do we write? Okay, that's a very important question. The language Muslims use is called Arabic. And Arabic is a language written from right to left. Can you give me some marker and board? Yes. Arabic, we write from right to left. And we have different alphabets in the Arabic language. Hello, guys. take your space behind you, okay? Oh, okay. Somebody's speaking. Arabic is A-R-A-B-I-C. Arabic. Eh? This is how it's spelled Arabic. Follow? Some more difficult typing. Ahmadiyya, Muslim, Jamaat, and Jamaat means what? Community. I will just go back a little bit because it is important to know. You have already learned that. There are 1.8 billion Muslims in the whole world. 1.8 billion. That constitutes 24% of the whole world, 24 of the whole world population. And out of that 1.8 billion Muslims, there are several denominations within Islam. Did you know that? How many denominations are in Christianity? A lot. Can you call just three of them? Yes? You.
Church of God.
Yes, the one there. Anglican? Mm-hmm. From the boy side? Methodist? Yes. Yes, plenty. Okay, thank you very much. So in Islam also there are several denominations, just like it exists in Christianity. One of these denominations is what we call the Ahmadiyya. And here, Ahmadiyya, Muslim, and what? Jamaat or community. And Ahmadiyya, Muslim, community or Jamaat. And then I said, now apart from those who were with me earlier, those who just came in, have any of you seen a mosque before? A mosque? By the way, where do Muslims worship? Let's come from that side. Where do Muslims worship? Do they worship in a church, in a classroom, or what? Okay, now when you have the answer, you raise your hand, and when I call your name, you give the answer, okay? Yes? In a mosque. How do we spell mosque? You know how to spell mosque? Okay. So, we worship in a mosque. And then I was asking, have any of you seen a mosque before? Those who came later on, not those who were with me earlier. From the girl side, have any of you seen a mosque? Yes? Have you seen a mosque before?
Is there one by Windsor Road side?
Again?
Windsor Road in Spanish Town. There's one down that road, right? On that side.
Okay. From Gotha going to Bolaba, there's one.
One in Spanish Town,
In Spanish town. Okay.
It's a Sunni.
Okay. Now, the rest of you, has any of you seen a mosque before? No, sir? The guys who came. Hello, guys. Has any of you seen a mosque? Again? In a mosque? What does it mean? Just add a little more. Yes, somebody said we are in a mosque. Yes. Yes, we are in a mosque. And this beautiful building you see here is a mosque. A mosque is where Muslims worship. And Muslims don't worship in a church. And it is wrong to call this place the Muslim church. Because it would be wrong for me to call the Christian mosque, referring to a church. So you try and get the name right. But then we are not offended when they say Muslim church because church is very popular here. Okay? But then you will be on top when you use the right, word at the right time. So we are in a mosque. Then I said, all Muslim mosques are built towards the Kaaba. All these mosques we have, like this mosque, the face, this is the face, it is facing here, the Kaaba. And the Kaaba is in Mecca. Mecca is the capital town, the capital city of Saudi Arabia. Mecca is where the Prophet of Islam was born. Are you with me? Yes. And this thing you see here is very big. This one is very big. It's called the Kaaba. Can you say that to me? The Kaaba. What is the Kaaba? Those of you who were here earlier. What is the Kaaba? Again? Yes? No, the Kaaba is not a community. Again? Yes, the Kaaba is also a mosque, like this mosque. Hello? Give me the microphone. Okay. It is very simple to know where the direction of this Kaaba is. Even in the earlier days when they did not have GPS and Google Maps, still there was a way to navigate. There was a way to use compass to navigate and see where one is heading. Otherwise, in 2,000 years, people will not be using the boat, Christopher Columbus, and all the rest, they have to navigate. So there's a way to know. But now, to see it, there's an app. If I just open my phone, there's an app that gives you the direction. So if I go to the bush there and I want to brake, I can still locate the direction. I just put my phone there and the phone will point. The Kaaba is here, and then you face that direction. That is something unique about our mosque, because all our mosques are built facing the Kaaba. Okay? And when we are praying also, we pray facing the same Kaaba. Correct. The Kaaba we see here was the first and still remains the first house of worship, the first mosque that was built for the purpose of worshiping God. The Prophet Abraham and his son, the Prophet Abraham and his son Ishmael, they built the Kaaba. So the Kaaba has been over how many years? Thousands of years. At least about 4,000 years. And it is still active. Okay. Before I continue, is there any question anybody would want to ask before I continue? Yes. Wait.
Are the front of all the mosques in the eastward direction?
Okay, no. They say, I think a similar question was asked. He's asking whether all our mosques face the east. That it?
Yes.
The answer is no, because depending on the geographical location where the mosque is, so a mosque can be facing the west, a mosque can be facing the east, and a mosque can be facing the north, because this Kaaba, geographically, is almost at the center of the world. So those in China, when they have their mosque will literally face the west. Those in places like South Africa and other places, the South Pole, their mosque may be facing the north. Those in Iceland and other places, the mosque will be facing the south. And we here, our mosque may be facing the east, but not directly facing the sun or the east. Okay? There was one hand up here. Yes. Again? Okay. Yes, she's asked a very important question. I know you all know. From my accent, it is obvious in our Jamaica. From the accent, it is obvious in our here. I am from Ghana in Africa. Yes. So my accent is similar to that of Nigeria, Ghanaian, Sierra Leonean, and even South Africa. But I think when I speak, you understand to some larger degree, right? Yes. Ghana? Oh, okay. I would do that, but all the other questions that are related to where I come from, what kind of food did we eat, we can take care of that later on after we have finished with why you came here. Ghana is an Arabic word which means richness and wealth. For your information. Okay, so let's just leave it that way. Now all the other questions have to be here. Okay, now when we are praying, I was to go to that before you came. So now you have joined us as we are going.